What's up, traders? This is Vee Trades, and today I will be doing a technical analysis breakdown for the Spider S&P 500 ETF Trust with the ticker symbol SPY. I will first be going over what I see on the daily chart and finish the video off with the weekly chart. I will also be going over the triple Qs, so make sure you guys give the video a like. If you guys want to see more of this content, it does definitely help the channel out, and you are helping me, grow the channel out. So I appreciate that very much. So let's take a look at the SPY on the daily chart. I look at this practically every Sunday. So let's take a look at what happened since last week, which is right over here. So you see that we bounced from the 417 level. Price went up on Tuesday, lost momentum, and slowly started to fall Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So now this is a new low for this downtrend that began back here in July 27th. So this is a new low. And we broke the 417 level, which could have acted as support because it was resistance in the past. So what is the SPY doing? Well, it's continuing to drop lower, and it might be trying to reach this measuring target. You can see that it made two small legs down. This was one leg down in the past. This was the second leg down. That's where price started finding support from. And that's where we saw the nice rally. And then we found resistance, started selling off again. So that tells me that we might be seeing a similar size leg down like in the past. So it could be this one right over here. This is one leg down. This is the second leg down. Targeting the 404, so let's move that up slightly. I think I'll have two targets for right now. It could be this 404 target. You can put that channel back. So this 404 target is stemming from this previous impulse. This is one impulse here, second impulse, but another target could be combining the first two small legs into a larger leg, and this would be the next potential target. So it's very close to where we are right now, and the targets, they're not that far out. So the first one, 404, next one, 399, 398. So those are my two targets as of right now. Will we get there? We'll have to wait and see. I drew this green. At first, I drew this orange channel. You can see how well it fits off the swing highs. These swings right here. And I dragged it down. But we just blasted right through that. So if I remove the green one, you can see how the bears are breaking through the bottom. So this is not really a valid looking channel. So let's go and erase that. And then I put this green one on here. It doesn't fit the greatest, but it is showing somewhat of a downward trend. So it's off the swing highs, it's off the swing lows, but you see that, the bear's about to break through the bottom of this one too. We're right at the bottom. If we're right at the bottom of a channel, usually price will go up to the highs, but we haven't seen that yet. So let's see if that occurs. If not, price may just continue to collapse back down towards those targets, which would be even more bullish, because if we're not respecting the channel, then we might just see a strong reversal right after this crash, because just as how fast we go down is how fast we can go back up. So it actually would be more bullish, if price just continues to collapse towards the targets and then reverse, instead of bouncing from here and doing something like this, like respecting the channel. That would be more bearish. You just kind of want a quick flash instead of like a slow drawn out one towards these lower price targets. So right now, SPY is looking bearish until we get back above the 417 level and fly past it. I'm gonna be looking for more downside. See the first target is at the 404, next target 399. It should reverse from here because there is a strong prevailing uptrend in place, so that should have a strong influence on the price resuming after this correction is over. But it's not guaranteed. Like I said before, if price continues to respect this downward channel, then that's what we have to follow. Price wants to continue working its way down. But if price does the crash down, not really respecting the channel, overextended, measure move met, there's a good chance for a reversal to take place, something like this. So that's the expectation. Let's see what actually occurs. So all I have for the SPY on the daily chart, it's still bearish, and I'll be looking for more downside. But it should reverse to the upside, just shortly after these targets are met. It's not guaranteed, but it's a good chance of that occurring because of the previous uptrend in play. After you break a channel, price normally doesn't just reverse, in the opposite direction. Usually, the bulls will try two attempts to make a new high for the uptrend or reignite the uptrend. So here's a look at the weekly chart, and there's a reason why we continue to sell off, and I'll go over that right now. So from the lows of October up until the highs of July, there were two legs up. This is one large leg up here, and this is the same size arrow. Let's move it over. It was a measure move target. So we had one leg up, pull back, second leg up, target was met, and then price started selling off. So if we have two legs up and there was a previous big leg down, that tells me that marks the center of the pattern for another large leg down. So bears are actually trying to reach this target right here. 328 is the target the bears are trying to reach. So we'll see if they can get there. That's why price continues to sell off even after it bounced from the channel support. So it should have actually sent prices higher, but you can see that price could not get to that EMA. So what am I talking about? I'm talking about right over here. You can see that the bulls bounced from the channel support, and once we hit the lows, it should go up to the highs, but that did not occur. We should have bounced from the lows and continued the uptrend, but price barely got above the EMA and then started selling off lower. So that tells me that the bears are trying to make a large measure move down. So we had one large leg down in the past, two legs up marks the center of the pattern for another large leg down. 327, 328 is the target that the bears are trying to reach. Measuring targets aren't always reached though, so it's just a target. If things get really bearish, that's where it's headed. The first target would be the 357 because that's the lows, but then the next target would be 328 to 327. So just FYI, I want to make sure you guys know that too. But you can see the bears are trying to reach this measured target. We already saw the first attempt right here fail because we saw a bounce up higher. This is the second attempt, failed, and this is the second attempt of the second attempt or the third push lower to reach the measured target, which is normally the final attempt. So we're seeing basically the final attempt to reach this measuring target. The measuring target is almost met in the short term right over here. This is the first break of the yellow channel, and we're seeing overextension. So that's the recipe to not reach this measuring target and see a strong reversal in the opposite direction. So that's why I'm hearing some talks of like this is just a fake crash or just temporary. We're going to see a strong reversal take place. That is the technical explanation why that can occur, and it definitely can occur. It's pretty good probability of just seeing a short-term crash and then a big reversal take place from there. So if not, then where we're headed. We're headed much lower. But until then, it's looking short-term bearish, still long-term-ish bullish. Towards the all-time highs. I don't know anything past that. It might fail, it might continue rally. But as right now, let's just focus on this. We're seeing short-term price action, short-term bearish price action. The bears are definitely dominating in the short term. I'm looking for the 404 or the 399, 398 as a potential reversal zones. If we see a strong reversal take place, I think finally the bulls are continuing the uptrend higher. We're gonna probably see the 458 and possibly even higher from there. Let's say we don't find support here. I don't know what's going to happen on the right side of the chart. Let's just cover that up. I only see this red candle from last week. I don't know what's going to happen on the right side of the chart. If price continues to sell off past these two levels and, we're not really seeing any aggressive buying occur, then where it's headed. That's where the bears are trying to reach, the 328. So that's all I have for the SPY. Let's take a look at the QQQ real quick. Similar story, except, we had one large leg up. So let's just take a look at the daily chart first. So on the daily chart, you see that the bears actually reached the target, on Thursday. This was one large leg down in the past. This is the second leg down, and bears finally reached it. So, we could be reversing maybe sometime in the next couple of days, actually, because this one actually reached the measuring target. If not, it could go a little bit lower. Can it go all the way to the 320? Yes, it can, because that's the breakout point, and then we can see a reversal. But either way, this was a very strong move up in the past. So the trend should continue because this is not looking like a strong downward trend. You can see the angle that the bears are moving in. This is not that strong, but look at the angle that the bulls were moving in. It's much stronger. It's much steeper. This is much shallower. So this should be just ending sometime, maybe in the next coming days, coming weeks. I don't know exactly when. It could always be drawn out. But either way, that's what I'm expecting too. Continuation to the upside after this move down is over, which is going to be soon. If not, then where it's headed. This QQQ is headed to the 321 and possibly even the 260. So right now, that's not likely, but those are two potential targets if we don't reverse anytime soon. So that's what I mean by if we don't reverse anytime soon, those downward targets, further downward targets, become more in play. So that's all I have for the QQQ and the SPY. Let me know if you guys have any questions in the comments. Let me know where you guys think the market is headed, and most likely I'll give you guys an update next week, Sunday. This is Vee Trades, and thank you for your time. The Vee Trades technical analysis course is now live. Learn to read the chart the right way to prevent costly mistakes. Click the link below to start training now.